What's going on, YouTube? My name is Anthony Russo, back for another NFL video. I apologize for not having been here uh, the past day or two. I don't know if it's been 2 days now, but I've been busy. I'm leaving to go back to college tomorrow, so I had to, meet with some people, say goodbye, and pack as well. So I apologize for that, but I most definitely wanted to get a preview video for tomorrow's games. Um, I was not gonna not do one, so I have to. I'm gonna record this now, and I'm gonna maybe do another one today, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it in. Um, but anyway, so tomorrow's games, AFC, NFC championships. The AFC championship will be Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New England Patriots. This will be the 13th, I believe, or 14th Super Bowl consecutively that we've had Brady, Roethlisberger, or Peyton Manning represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, which is just an unbelievable testament to those three guys and their greatness. So props to them. That it's an unbelievable feat, and to know that if you're the coach of a team and if you have Brady, Manning, or Roethlisberger, and you essentially have a 1 in 3 shot of getting to the Super Bowl every single year. Um, that's pretty remarkable. Um, but I don't think this matchup is really going to boil down to the quarterback position. I think it's going to be a factor because I think we're going to see, Brady at home versus Roethlisberger on the road, and I think that's going to be a big factor. But I think when you look at the caliber of defenses um, that are in this game, I think the Patriots defense outweighs the Steelers defense. Their secondary is stronger. I think their defensive line is stronger than Pittsburgh's. Um, I think the pass rush is really coming along nicely for the Steelers. Bud Dupree and James Harrison off the edge have done a really good job, especially in this postseason against Miami and Kansas City. They have both really stepped it up and really have been a driving force to get the Steelers to the AFC Championship. But I don't think against Brady in Gillette Stadium, I don't think they're going to have that same success that they had against the Kansas City and Miami. So I think that's going to be a factor, and I also think, too, while the Steelers' offense will certainly play well, guys like Le'Veon Bell, I'm sure he'll have another great game. Probably over 100 yards from scrimmage again. I'm sure Antonio Brown will have a lot of catches. He'll get a big player too, probably. But again, I don't think Roethlisberger is going to be able to carry the Steelers' offense against the Patriots' defense the same way Tom Brady will carry the Patriots' offense against the Steelers' defense. And I also think, too, while Tomlin is certainly a great coach, despite what Terry Bradshaw says, I think Belichick is the better coach. And I think in the AFC Championship, any late postseason game, the coaching really multiplies in terms of the impact that it has on a game. So I think when you look at it, I think Belichick is a better coach than Tomlin. Brady is better than Roethlisberger when they're in. He's better than anybody when they're in Foxborough. And I think the Patriots defense is better than the Steelers defense. And I think those three things are too much for even Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown to overcome. So I'm gonna say final score for this one. I think it's close. I don't see this being any type of blowout. I think the Steelers come out swinging. I think the defense will put pressure on Brady. This offensive line of the Patriots is far from elite. It's not bad, but it's certainly not up there with like the Cowboys and the Titans and the Raiders. Um, so I think they'll get some pressure on Brady, but again, I think the Patriots passing attack built on those quick underneath throws. I think Julian Edelman is a really strong candidate to have a big game. So with that said, I'm going to go 34-27. The Patriots win it and advance to Tom Brady's 7th Super Bowl, which is just, I hate him, but you cannot deny just the amount, just how great he is. The amount of greatness and the talent and the leadership and the resiliency that he has as a football player, as a quarterback. Um, I don't see, if he wins another Super Bowl, I don't see how he's not the greatest of all time. I don't see how anyone can make the argument against that if he wins another one. If he doesn't, I think the argument is still open. Montana, Elway, Peyton, I think you can have that discussion. But I think if Brady adds a 5th Super Bowl to his legacy, I don't see how he's not number 1, as much as it pains me to say that. So the other game, Packers-Falcons, NFC Championship. This is going to be a fun game. I think if you're the type of NFL fan that enjoys those 13-10 type of defensive, just slobber knockers, as Jim Ross would say on WWE. If you enjoy those defensive struggles and multiple turnovers and just physical football, this is not the game for you. This is the last game that you would want to watch, because Aaron Rodgers versus Matt Ryan, in my opinion, the top 2 candidates for the NFL MVP this year. I think you have 2 offenses that are so well-rounded. I think the Falcons' offense is more well-rounded because I think their rushing attack is better. But certainly, in terms of the weapons that these 2 offenses have, they are neck and neck. It's like an arms race of sorts. The Packers. Now, this is assuming that the Packers are at full health, which is a concern right now. We don't know the status of Jordy Nelson and Davante Adams as of now. This might change by the time you guys watch this. But as of what I've read so far, the status for them is uncertain, whether A, they'll play, and B, they're at full health. But I think when you look at the Packers, Jordy Nelson, Davante Adams, Randall Cobb, Jared Cook, Ty Montgomery, right there, just 5 quality weapons for Aaron Rodgers behind a top-notch offensive line. Versus the Falcons, who, while their offensive line isn't as good as the Packers' offensive line, they have Julio Jones, Taylor Gabriel, Mohamed Sanu, Devontae Freeman, and Tevin Coleman out of the backfield. So, just dynamic weapons on both offenses. And again, I don't... The defenses are going to struggle, because these are 2 defenses, especially the Packers, just getting decimated by injuries, and especially in the secondary. But these are 2 defenses that need to improve going into the offseason. There's holes on both defenses. As I said, the Packers secondary is between injuries and just lack of talent in general. They're hurting, and they're going to struggle mightily. I think Julio Jones. I don't know if Julio Jones will have a big game, but I mean he'll probably do well. I'm not saying he's going to do poorly, but I don't know. I think Matt Ryan just spreads the ball so much. And Aaron Rodgers does this too, which is, I think, why too they're so good. And so, they're the top 2 MVP candidates, is because they don't rely on one receiver. They don't rely, Rodgers doesn't rely on Jordy solely, and Matt Ryan doesn't rely on Julio Jones solely. They're not afraid to use other guys. Falcons again, Mohamed Sanu, Taylor Gabriel, the Packers with Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb. They're not against using those other weapons, and I think that's why they're so great. I think I don't think the home field is going to matter as much as the Patriots game. While it certainly will help them, the Falcons, I don't think I don't think the Falcons are going to win because they're at home. I don't think the Packers. If there's one team right now that I would pick to go on the road and win a playoff game, it's the Packers. Of the four teams that are left, they are the most ready, the most well-equipped team to win a road playoff game because they have an elite quarterback that can lead an offense from any deficit and be able to still make plays and make the throws. And they've done this before. They just did it, against the number one seed last week. They've done it in seasons prior. They had that amazing run in 2012. So this Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, they can win road playoff games again better than anybody that's left. So I don't think the home field advantage is going to hurt them as much as it will for the Steelers in Foxborough. This is really tough because I would love to actually see the Falcons make the Super Bowl. I don't think they have even near the amount of credit that they deserve. We all love the offense and rightfully so, and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones certainly deserve the attention that they get. And while I just went on saying how this defense isn't great, Dan Quinn has done a great job improving them from last season. They look faster. They look tougher. Guys like Deion Jones, he's been playing well. Keanu Neal at the safety position, he is looking like a Cam Chancellor 2.0. He has done an unbelievable job there. That Falcons defense, it still needs a lot of improvement, particularly, I would say, on the defensive line and in the front seven in general. But I think that Dan Quinn has that defense going in the right direction. There's talent there. There's young, hungry guys on that defense, and it's starting, I think, to mold into what we saw when he was defensive coordinator of Seattle. A physical, tough, fast defense that can force turnovers and make plays on the defensive side of the ball. It's not quite there, but it's getting there. You see the improvements that they're making. And I think, again, if they really bump up that defensive line, give Vic Beasley another guy to get after the quarterback, I think they're there. I think they can be a force for the next few years. All of that said, and I would honestly say too, I think Dan Quinn is the coach of the year in my opinion. Again, I think the turnaround that we've seen him be able to do to now go 12-4. I believe they went 12-4 or 11-5. I think they went 12-4. But either way, they've done a great job. I think Dan Quinn deserves coach of the year. But this is still Mike McCarthy. This is still Aaron Rodgers. And this is still the most on-fire team in the NFL right now. They are winning games at the right time. They've won now 8 in a row, including the playoff games. They were 4-6 at one point. right? And then they won 6 in a row. I think that's what it was. But either way, they've won like 7 or 8 in a row, and they are hot at the right time. Aaron Rodgers is playing like nobody's business, and I think that ultimately is the difference. It's going to be close. It's going to be a barn burner. I almost want to say 40. I'm not going to say 40. I don't want to disrespect Dan Quinn like that. I'm going to go with 35-31 final. I think both of these games are going to be all about the great quarterbacks that are leading them. And I think all 4 of the quarterbacks that are playing this weekend are going to be instrumental in their offense's success. And I think all 4 of them are going to step up to the plate and showcase why each of them respectively are all great quarterbacks and are recognized as such, whether that be Matt Ryan in the MVP race or Aaron Rodgers in the MVP race, or guys like Brady and Roethlisberger, who are going to go down, regardless of the results of this game, are going to go down as all-time great quarterbacks. So yes, I am picking Patriots-Packers for the Super Bowl. Rodgers-Brady. Perhaps part of this is more wishful thinking, but I just, again, I don't like Brady and the Patriots. I would probably want the Packers to win if that happened. But as a football fan, to see these two finally square off in a Super Bowl would be, it would almost send chills down my spine. I think you have the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL, period, at the moment, going against each other. And I would hope that if the Packers win and they'll get that rest, that we'll see Jordy Nelson come back and we'll see Devontae Adams get back to better health. So that's my hope if that does happen. Okay, I might do another video as I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time today to do another one. I gotta still finish packing, and I have to go. I'm going out to dinner, but I have to see if I'll be able to get another one in. But that said, and tomorrow is my bus ride back, but I think I'll be able to, once both games are done, I should be back at school and then be able to record a reaction video to the games. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Who's your pick to win? What are the factors that you think will make the biggest impact? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.